I don't like anybody telling me what to do. And lately, the left wants to tell everybody it's the we all know this. You should. Stop telling me what to do. You go do it. You want to support stuff that the government should stay out of? You go do it. No one's stopping you from paying more.
Hollywood's go-to comedian for calling out the industry's flaws is at it again. Tim Allen, known for never holding back, has exposed another shocking side of Hollywood, and the fallout is huge. What exactly did he reveal, and how did the industry respond? If you're active online, you're probably familiar with Tim Allen's style. He's the guy who shares bold opinions on social media, then sits back and watches the reaction unfold. He's done this before, and it's clear he'll keep doing it. But his latest tweet has sparked more conversation than usual, and now everyone's talking.
He wants to know what the face of woke look like, and here's what I picture. These trolls that hide behind their computer or their screens and their laptops and their keyboards, because those are the people that complain the most, those whose faces we do not see.
The reaction was crazy. One tweet, and the Twitter mobs went wild. They couldn't handle Tim Allen calling them out, and suddenly, everyone was trying to cancel him. But let's be honest, Tim's never the kind of guy to back down, or let the woke crowd control what he says.
Disturbing on a fundamental level. It's gotten to the point where literally there's part of me, a deep part of me, that just, F it, bring it on. If you want to cancel me, go ahead.
That's not the only thing making Hollywood lose its mind. Tim Allen's been stirring the pot for years, and he's gotten really good at it. Just look at his trip to Disneyland, for instance.
Man standing. Congrats on this.
No, thanks very much.
I watched it when it was on ABC.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it wasn't on ABC.
Tell the 300 of the crew and everybody the same thing. We're all going, this is the best show I've ever been on. What? We're off the air. We all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but
While at Disneyland, Tim Allen overheard a 13-year-old questioning if he was pansexual because he liked Skillet, the band. Classic Tim, right? Of course, the backlash came fast, with the woke crowd accusing him of being insensitive. But here's the real reason Hollywood can't stand him. Tim isn't afraid to ask the tough questions they'd rather avoid. So why does he keep getting under their skin? Because he speaks the truth they'd rather not hear.
But all right, when we're driving around, what do other people do when they see us?
They do this.
You know why they do that? This truck is older than you. But it's a classic, and people realize it's a classic. And you're a classic, too.
How flattering. I'm an old truck.
They've tried everything to cancel him, but here's the thing. Tim doesn't play by Hollywood's rules.
IP thing for the vets and went to the Veterans Ball, and so I went to go see Democrats and Republicans. Yeah, I went to the inauguration.
I'm not attacking you.
You get in this town. I'm not kidding. You got to be real careful around here. You get beat up. If you don't believe what everybody believes, this is like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group, you know what we believe is right. I go, well, I might have a problem with that. Man, I'm a comedian. I like going on both sides.
Yeah.
This government does stuff big. I've never been to.
It was one of the top shows, right behind Modern Family, yet they dropped it like it was nothing.
Why?
Because Tim Allen had the audacity to portray a likable conservative on mainstream TV.
Nearly 30 years, Tim Allen has become synonymous with Santa Claus.
I'm in big trouble.
After starring in the 1994 classic film.
Merry Christmas to all. To all.
In Hollywood, that's a big no-no. As Tim himself put it, there's nothing more dangerous, especially in today's climate, than a funny, likable conservative.
So he's doing the same look to me. He's going, oh, look at you. And I go, no, man, I'm a fan, but I'm under 7 feet of makeup. And I was like a kid.
Tim didn't try to hide it. His politics were clearly the problem. But instead of backing down, he called it out. Here's where it gets interesting. ABC may have canceled him, but Fox stepped in and picked up Last Man Standing, giving him a new platform to reach his audience. So, while ABC tried to make an example out of him, Tim ended up coming out on top. Hey everybody, welcome to season. Applause.
And then what I got to do sometimes is explain, which I hate in big arenas, that this is a thought police thing, and I do not like it. But when I use these words, this is my intent behind.
Now, with his new show, The Santa Clauses on Disney+, it's clear Disney knows Tim Allen isn't going anywhere. They may try to censor him, But they also know he has a loyal fan base that Hollywood can't ignore.
Started stand-up comedy in the 80s.
And Leno says hi, by the way.
Oh, Jay Leno, my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And still, you're still doing it, right?
44 Cities just finished.
See what I mean by the hardest working man?
Merry Christmas to all, and to all is good. Things really heated up in the Santa Clauses when Tim's character made a simple joke about saying Merry Christmas, only to realize it had suddenly become a problem. One joke, and the woke Twitterverse exploded. Some called it offensive, others claimed it was politically divisive. But let's be honest, it's the Santa Clauses, a Christmas show. A joke about Christmas should be the least surprising thing.
Parents. Yeah. You know, they said this stuff, and we talked about it. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it.
Yeah.
It is an alarming thing for comedians. But my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway. But I was going to say, if I do some stuff. The women in my life were, whatever political party it was, always they hated the government and who's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
They always argued about.
Still, the outrage was real. Podcaster and filmmaker Scott Weinberg sparked it by sharing the line on Twitter, and the internet went wild. People slammed him for, believe it or not, supposedly bringing right-wing politics into Christmas. But here's the darker truth. Tim isn't just dealing with Twitter mobs. He's up against an entire Hollywood system designed to silence voices like his. As Tim puts it, the thought police are everywhere.
That's true.
Tim has openly talked about how political correctness has completely changed comedy, making it nearly impossible for comedians to take risks. He's not shy about admitting how this affects him. Tim grew up in comedy, inspired by legends like Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce, comedians who pushed boundaries and weren't afraid to make people uncomfortable. Now, every joke is dissected and every word is analyzed. For comedians like Tim, it's a nightmare. He even joked on The View that he'd probably get canceled just for using words he heard growing up from his own parents. Tim Allen hasn't backed down, he's doubled down. He refuses to live in fear of being canceled and would rather face backlash than compromise his integrity. That fearless attitude is exactly why Hollywood can't get rid of him, no matter how hard they try. When ABC canceled Last Man Standing, Fox picked it up right away. Even when Disney replaced him as Buzz Lightyear, it didn't faze him. Now, he's back on Disney Plus with the Santa Clauses, delivering lines that stir outrage and proving he's here to stay. And let's not forget his stance on cancel culture. Tim Allen refuses to give in. In one interview, he said he feels the pressure but won't change his comedy just to please others. He compared cancel culture to high school, where everyone's ready to attack you for the smallest thing, calling it ridiculous. He even joked that people might cancel him for using words his parents used. Cancel culture has left many comedians afraid to tell jokes, but not Tim. He keeps going despite the angry mobs, blacklisting, or Hollywood trying to shut him down. Tim's determination has made him impossible to cancel. By staying true to himself, he's proven Hollywood wrong and beaten them at their own game. So, what do you think? Is cancel culture overreacting to Tim Allen, or does he deserve the heat he's getting? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. If you like this one, we think you'll enjoy this one too.